Be humble, good times day. I am your host, Eden the Hero. Welcome to those who are new, and welcome back to those who are tuning in every week, following my journey through adversity. I really appreciate every single one of y'all. So, Christmas was just a few days ago, and I gotta say, Christmas was dope this year. I actually felt the Christmas spirit a little more. And it was more so because it was more reflected on God and Jesus and his birth and everything. And I started actually reading the Luke Gospel, or the Gospel of Luke, however you say it. And it's following Jesus' life. And it's interesting. And I'm starting, I kind of read it. I think I read it last year because I was reading like the 365-day Bible, where you just read a part of like a little bit of each section, and then it's separated by the day. So this year I wanted to really put my focus on what matters, which is Jesus and him dying for our sins and everything. So when I started reading that, it just really made me feel like Jesus is the reason for the season for sure. Like, that's not how I was raised per se. Not that my parents weren't believers, but my parents did give us the childhood of our dreams. Anybody would want my childhood, to be honest with you. It was very filled with lots of things and everything. But this year it was nice. I just enjoyed it because, like, getting ready for the day, I got to shave, as you can see. I finally got to shave. Like, I couldn't take all that hair growing up under my neck and everything, and I didn't want it to get all long again and just struggle looking. I'm like, nah, we're gonna have to do something about that. So I just took my newer T-shaped trimmers and just, line myself up. Did a little something at the top, didn't do too much, but I'm just trying to keep myself neat. I don't want to look perfect. I really don't want to look perfect. I think that really crisp look, you gotta keep up with that shit. I'm okay with looking, you alright, you nice, like, you decent. Like, I'm okay with being decent. I don't know, maybe that's just me getting older and understanding, like, it's not all about that shit. Like, there is so much more to think about in this world than paying someone to cut your hair and make you look perfect. And I'm just so over that. There's so much more inside of me than that. So, yeah. I'm almost 2 weeks into, like, my healing of my wrist. Haven't had to take much pain medicine. Been having a little pain here and there, but it's really because I be doing too much. Truly, I've really got to know when to, like, sit my ass down and rest this, keep this up. Don't use it. Don't do nothing. Like, even that, I probably shouldn't have done that, but my hand was already taken with the microphone. So yeah, I went and I called my sister Christmas Day to try to get the whole family together so I could say a Merry Christmas to everybody at the same time. And they were pretty much, like, still making their way to the house, so I didn't really get to say hi to everybody. Got some Christmas cash. It was such a blessing because I could totally use it right now. Still waiting to go back to work. Still waiting to even get the green light if I can go back to work. But I'm really okay with everything. Like, I've been just learning to let go little by little each day while I'm home. And honestly, I love being home. I can't even front. I love being home. And that's something I'm going to be focusing on my next venture or opportunity. So yeah, try to catch my family on Christmas at once. I got to only speak with my mom and my sister, one of my sisters, and then hung up with them. I went to my friend's place. Shout out to y'all. And man, my friend Lex threw down. Her food was always hitting. Her food never, ever, ever misses. Like, I'm still like, Christmas was what, Wednesday? Today's Saturday. I still got one meal left from the leftovers she gave me. Straight up. I even had a little plate of food that night that I got when I got home. And I'm about already 5 meals in. This will be my 6th meal that I have left that I'm going to eat later. It's just so good. So good. Oh my God. I had such a good time catching up. I miss them so much. They don't live that far, but they live far enough for where I can't be there all the time. But I'm definitely going to be more intentional with my relationships with my friends and family in 2025. That is, like, it's important, you know? I want to get home more. I want to see my parents more. I want to see my brother and my other sister more, and my nephew. Shout out to y'all. And just be able to soak up more memories and to be around people I can actually trust. But yeah, I miss my mom's cooking. I think I got to eat seafood for Christmas. Not that, what I ate was anything whack. Lex made jerk turkey, she said prime rib meat. I don't know exactly what kind of cut of steak it was, but it was steak. I had some steak in my leftovers. I didn't eat it that day, but I had it in the leftovers. So good. I reheated it in the air fryer where it cooked a little more better because I don't really like a super medium rare, but it was so good. I actually had that last night. Man, her mac and cheese, I don't know what the hell she put in it, but it had me go outside the first day I ate it and just take some air. I needed the air. I needed to walk. And I think the alcohol that I drank on Christmas, I had some coquito, just overwhelmed my whole body. It was all so good, but it was a lot. It was a lot. It was heavy. It was rich. It was sweet. It was so good, but it was a lot for my body because I've been eating good, but I haven't been really eating super heavy, greasy foods. Not a lot of butter or anything. I don't know. I had to ask her. I was like, what did you put in your mac and cheese? Because it had me sitting outside in the cold again, where I needed to just let the cold, I don't know, my stomach needed like a digestion, and the cold was just helping it digest even better. I don't know, but it was good nonetheless. And what else did she make? She made ham. I didn't have the ham until leftovers, so the ham I had for breakfast 2 days in a row, and it was so good. Oh my God, I just feel like I had like 2, 3, 5 platters just in 2 boxes. Oh man. And then she made these green beans. The green beans I had I think it was for New Year's this year. So New Year's, we spent New Year's at this event, and I got to take some food home that she made, and I think the green beans was in that, and it was so good. I was like, I need to learn how to make these green beans because these are the best green beans I ever tasted. I don't know, I have to make them. She put some meat in them. She got the flavors going. It's just like perfection. She made kale like she makes greens, and they were so good. Oh my goodness. What else? Sweet potato souffle, chef's kiss. These potatoes, red potatoes that were like a mash, but lumpy mashed. They were whipped. I think that's what they were. They were like a whipped mashed potato. Um, what else, man? There was so much. Or the side. Oh, stuffing, really good. Stuffing or dressing, whatever you call it. And what other? I know there. Oh, chicken. Tonight I'm gonna have the chicken. Can't wait to taste that. I'm just hungry thinking about it, y'all. I just got myself all hungry again. And Lex, if you're watching this, if there's any leftovers, holla at me. Holla at me. I want some more of that jerk turkey. Moving right along, that was Christmas in a nutshell. Came home, made sure I laid my ass down or sat down. My cats were here. I fed them before I left. I made sure, they had all their stuff. And yeah, I wasn't trying to have no repeats of Thanksgiving, of when this happened. I be having flashbacks straight up. Like, the trauma is real after you done broke something. Like, at least for me, like, I want to get out of physical labor type jobs because I just don't want to hurt myself. I mean, I know you can hurt yourself like just walking outside or maybe a car accident or something, but I've experienced a lot of like unintentional or just very freak accident type stuff where it was out of my control. Like, I wasn't doing anything dangerous. So yeah, I just came home, I relaxed. It was still early too, so I was watching, actually popped a balloon, had a new episode, so I just laid up, watched that, got me more food and was chilling. It was a nice Christmas. I really enjoyed it. And it's gonna be a pretty quiet New Year's for me. I really don't have no interest of going anywhere. Mind you, I really don't have the funds, and I'm okay with that. It is what it is. We've been thugging it out for months now. It's like probably like close to half a year at this point, or next month will be at least a half a year since the adversity began. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about all the things that were like firsts for me in 2024. Really, just I compiled a list together that I was thinking about. Me and my friend Aiken, we were texting, and I was just thinking about all my firsts of this year, and because of this happening, and I was like, man, I had a lot of firsts this year, so let's list and name them. So the first thing I put on my list is I fractured 2 bones. So early in April, like I said in the last video, I fractured this finger right here on my left hand. It was my ring finger, and that was from a freak accident at work where I had on a glove because I burned my finger actually in 2023. I burned my finger in 2023. In 2024, I fractured this finger from a drill. So I was unscrewing, I believe. I was taking these screws out. I was making sure the drill bit was in the drill. And as I was going down, my glove being so, like, it was a loose glove. It wasn't like a very fitted glove. It got caught in where the drill spins. So it just swallowed up my glove, and then my fingers got swallowed up with it into that part that it was turning. And
oh my god, that pain is like no other.
Finger pain is a bitch. Man, that shit hurt. I'm reliving it right now. I'm reliving that pain like crazy right now because it was so weird, like how quick that happened, much like this. And so I had to throw the whole damn glove off my hand to get the damn drill off my fingers. And I was running through my job, screaming my head off, on the brink of tears. I can't believe I didn't cry. I had like a whimper. I was like, I was whimpering, but I did not shed a tear. I wanted to though. I really, really, really wanted to. I don't think anybody would have judged that. But yeah, that pain was a bitch, man. Oh my goodness. And then my second fracture was, of course, this was an actual break and a fracture, but I fractured like something in my like I forgot what he called it, but it was like another piece. So it was like two places got fractured. The wrist and then like above it. And y'all already know that pain. It was just crazy. I cried for that one. I definitely shedded tears for that. That one was crazy. So my second thing on my list is I wrote a script. It's a TV pilot. I'm not gonna share the title yet. I really want to get it to a point where I can like actually try to sell it and stuff. So once it gets copyrighted and everything, I'll share the name of it, and there is like a piece of it on my Instagram if you go to it, and I posted like a table reading of part of my act 3.
Corinne's house, early morning. Corinne is all packed and saying goodbye to Jay, Kyle, and Casey.
Okay, babe. Be careful and call me when you get to the hotel. Me and the kids will go to my parents, spend some time with them.
Sounds like some fun. Going to miss you all, but Mama needs a break. Give me a hug.
When I was in the writing group, we were able to do table reads of our scripts, so should be dope. And I'm trying to get it looked at right now, where the girl that was running the group, Bridge, she's gonna look over my script, and then there's other people in the Discord group that I asked to read it to give feedback, because I just wanted to get some other eyes on it. So I'm excited. I mean, that's an opportunity I just created for myself, and I'm thankful for that. Number 3, becoming more independent. I changed my spark plugs, and I don't remember if it happened this year or last year. I think it happened last year, but I replaced my car's engine radiator fan. Yeah, I think it was last year, or late last year, or early last year. One of those. I mean, late last year or early this year. And just being able to do that, like, spark plugs are cheap. They're not expensive. And to replace them wasn't hard at all. You just got to take your time. They didn't take very long either. There was one I had like trouble trying to get out, but once I got it out, I was straight. I just took like a day because I needed an extension. But the way that they would have charged me at like a dealer or anything, like, I feel like my adversity started a lot sooner, because my coworker or colleague, he's very much a DIYer. He really inspired my DIY era. And he does like everything himself. He cuts his hair, he cuts his own grass, he works on his own cars, oil changes, tire replacements, you name it. He cooks, cleans. He's a service. He's a vet. He really just was like, he just inspired my game to do things on my own, especially with my hair and my beard. Like, he really inspired that, because I'm just like, he's like, you paying what for that? He's like, I haven't paid anybody to cut my hair since I was in high school. This man is like 58 years old. That's a long ass time that he's been doing his hair. And he's really, really good at it. He keeps that shit clean. So I aspire to be on his level as a DIYer. So yeah, did those. Number 4, shaving on my own. So that's cool because that's perfect transition. Shaving, I just started doing on my own this year. So I had a beard for about we'll say 2 years. 2 years it's really been more visible. I would say in the last year I probably got more beard hair. And even like my hair on top, my hair started thinning. And I mean, it's holding on right now. I ain't going front. But I'm very into my self-care routine of working on growing my hair back. It's mostly in my crown that I've thinned, and so I'm just like working on just trying to get that to go thicker again. So I've been doing my minoxidil treatments, and I've been using rosemary oil. I think I've talked about this in the past before, but this is my first time really putting this much effort into my hair, and really because I'm not going bald for nobody. I don't care. I do not care. Even if I have to go shorter, I'm not going bald. It's not happening. I don't feel like I got the head for that. I feel like I'm meant to have hair. And I mean, despite whatever the testosterone is doing to it, it's not going nowhere. I'm gonna find a way to keep this hair around. And I'm doing what I gotta do right now, where I'm just, every day just doing the minoxidil treatments and then the rosemary treatment of just keeping it, my scalp moisturized, stimulated, and all that good stuff. Cutting my own hair. That was a first for me this year as well. I never thought I would ever be ballsy enough to cut my own hair. I look at these barbers, and my friend Christian, he is so talented with the clippers, and I admire his skills. But Christian, you expensive, bro. You're one of them barbers, bro. Don't get me wrong. You're talented. You're deserving. I believe that. As long as you're showing up to them, they don't have to come to you. But it's just too expensive to have to keep up. There's so many videos on YouTube that I came across that people are compiling the TikToks, of course, and then it's going in on these barbers and their prices, and nothing's being added to the service. You're getting a haircut. They might use a towel to press down the hairs. It's just a technique. It's nothing that's added, really. It's just to better the haircut a little more, or the shaving. But I literally don't have it to give to a barber to maintain. And so I invested in clippers. My clippers, everything cost me it's probably around $50, $60 in total for my tools and my accessories and all that stuff for my hair. So the new tea trimmer that I bought, those things are so dope. They were less than $10, and then you pay shipping, which takes it over a little over $10. But it was just so worth it. And I mean, like I told y'all in a few videos before when I was talking about it, if they can give me at least 10 to 12 months of use, it's $8 worth spending. I mean, it's a freaking deal. They cut so well. They're so really sharp and stuff. I shaved on Christmas, so it was 4 days ago. My beard grows so much faster under my chin that I gotta shave it every 4 days to keep it clean under there. So it's been it's been fun actually, learning to do all of these things, because it gives me the power to know I'm not gonna go into a place and get beat over the head. I know what these things are worth, and so instead of complaining about how much these barbers be charging, I'm like, I'm gonna just learn on my own. I'm telling you, my guy, he really put the battery in my back to do shit for myself, and I love it. It's just been rewarding. It's saving me money, and it's something that I enjoy. I actually enjoy shaving and cutting my hair. It just feels like you making yourself fly and shit. Like, what else? Oh, number 6, my nose piercing. My nose piercing. So this was something that was inspired by, I wanted to go away from myself, like my normal look. Like, I wanted to look more edgier. I wanted to go more like off the cuff, like I'm interesting. Not that, I'm an interesting person no matter what. I always got something to talk about. I just don't want to have to carry the conversation. But I just enjoy reinventing myself and keeping myself like fresh in my style and everything and my look. So when I decided to do my nose piercing, it was right after exploring like different styles for last year's New Year's Eve party that I went to with my friends. I got dressed up in a gold disco outfit with my do-rag, a boa, and my shades with my loafers. They were like it was like almost like a suede loafer. And I was just feeling the shit out of myself. I ain't gonna front. I was like, yo, this shit is fly. Like, everybody looked beautiful at this party, mind you. Like, nobody was really missing. This was a 70s party, and everybody just came and killed it. Like, my friends were immaculate. Like, there are just chef's kiss, super stylish. My boy Sir, he's really just super good with just being a visual artist, and he's so talented at just designing. So he did his shoes, and I think he did his jacket and his hat, and it was just so fly. Like, his like alter ego is a pimp named Slipback. And he really lives that shit, and he had a cane and everything. It just was so fly. And then Lex was in this like mermaid like dress, just had her all sucked up and just looking real voluptuous, and the bottom of it like fanned out a little bit. It was a really nice dress. I'm gonna post a picture right here from last year. But it was such an amazing moment of time, and just watching everybody be all fly and feeling good. I was the driver, actually. They appointed me the driver. They looked out and paid for my ticket and everything. But it was nice. It was a really, really, really dope time, and that's what inspired me to like really like switch up my style. And leading to that, my last one on my list is number 7, is dyeing my hair. Now, I'm someone, back when I was 23, I cut my hair for the first time. Never thought I would ever cut my hair. Never. This is me coming out though. Like, I wanted to look more like a dude, like a boy. And so that was like a big, like, wow, I can't believe I did that shit. Like, my hair was fly. I just loved my hair. Still to do to this day. Like, my curls are my thing. But I ended up cutting my hair at like 23, and then at 38, it was before I turned 39. 38, I decided I wanted to dye my hair. Now, I actually dyed my hair darker. My ex did for me back in like 2020. But It really wasn't like nothing crazy. It just was darker. I actually didn't care for the darker look. I actually like brown or lighter or something different. So this year I just like after that whole event, I just wanted to go completely different. Like I wanted to just kind of amuse myself is what I said. Like so in my one song, I said I'm used to myself. How dang, what song is that? Perfections are beautifully perfected through time, through patience, through acceptance. I'm used to myself designing and defining the human experience with perfect timing. It's on my song It's Scary. So I'll play the clip right here. But I talked about amusing myself because I'm so used to like being inspired by some woman, beautiful woman, that just I become obsessed with and really just get captivated by her beauty and her essence and all that stuff. But I didn't have nobody around to really get caught up in, swept up in. So I started really feeling myself after that event, and that just led to this rediscovery of just my personal style and wanting to explore it further and just know like okay, what can I pull off? What am I feeling like? So my first hair dye was it's like an aqua blue. I wanted to go that color for whatever reason. I don't know. I think it was Eric Bellinger had that similar hair color, and it looked dope on him. And that always kind of stayed with me. I'm like, that's really different. And I don't know if I could pull it off, but years later, I tried it and I loved it. I love just looking in the mirror at myself and forgetting that my hair is aqua blue. So being able to like explore my personal style got me into fashion and thrifting and stuff. I've always enjoyed dressing up, but it was more so like I would go to Burlington and put shit together. And there would be times where I might go to Goodwill to like pick up something for like a job interview or something, but never to really shop intentionally to repurpose something. So I ended up really just getting swept up in this whole personal style. So that's from the hair to the piercing to the thrifting of clothes. I bought a sewing machine that I really want to use more of. It kept messing up on me, so I haven't done much with it. But I'm going to get back to that. Sorry, didn't mean to shake the screen. I'm going to get back to that eventually in 2025. It's just trying to get stability underway. So, but yeah, dyeing my hair the aqua blue and then dyeing my hair blonde for my birthday. I did the blue for my sister's birthday, funny enough, and then I did the blonde for my birthday. The blonde was actually pretty fly. I actually enjoyed that a lot. It was funny because a lot of people thought I was bald before they like walked up on me. When they saw me from afar, they're like, does he have hair? But it was just super like matching my skin tone and shit. I'm just like, damn, I do look bald in this picture. But it was fun. I enjoyed dyeing my hair blonde and being a blonde. I felt like I looked like Slim Shady a little bit. But yeah, this year has been a lot of firsts for me, and 2025 is going to be more firsts for me. I'm looking forward to doing more and exploring more of what life has to offer in my personal style, in my sound, in my professional life, in my creative life. So that's all gonna be a part of the plans for 2025. Moving right along, that's the last of my first, so I just wanted to talk about something really dope, and y'all hold tight real quick. So, I feel like I cracked the code. I cracked the code on expandable storage for Apple. And I'm like 4 years late, but I don't give a fuck. Because this is still just really dope and cool to me that I'm able to do this shit. Because I was struggling with continue to vlog with my camera on my phone because of my storage. And I was just going to buy a whole new camera, like a new camera, like a video camera. And just use that, upload it to my computer, and be able to just edit my videos and save my videos like that. But that's just like, I don't know. I feel like the quality on these phones are way better than the cameras that are like being sold separately. And so what I discovered was SD card reader. So it's called SD card reader on Amazon. If you look it up, paid less than $10 for that. The SD card is 256 gigs. I only have 64 gigs of storage on my phone. I have iCloud, but you got to be connected to the Wi-Fi to back your phone up. So I'm getting my Wi-Fi. I actually bought it. It's just this freaking one of the towers that they gave me at Metro. It didn't work when I brought it home, so I have to wait for a new one. And I just got it like a day or two ago, so I'm gonna have to wait for it Monday or Tuesday. It should be here. But even still, like, Apple really fucked us over with that, not being able to like advertise that, not giving us the option, or not putting it out there to know that there's an option to be able to expand your storage and keep your cell phone without having to upgrade your cell phone to buy more storage, to then buy more iCloud storage, and to continue to connect to the Wi-Fi to back it up. That's a lot of freaking work. So what I did was I got this SD. I had to like do my research, because me and my friend Sir always imparts wisdom on me about. He's like, why don't you just do it with yourself? He's like, I always manifest whatever I say I want to do. He's like, I wanted to be a teacher, I became a teacher. I wanted to tattoo, I became a tattooist. I'm like, I hear you. I feel like I do the same. But I think I'm just so used to convenience and things being just so like should be convenient for me or anybody. But the fact that is like, you got to do your research. You just got to see. It's things that you just might not think about. And sometimes talking to someone, it might just come up in conversation where they know what they'll know what to do. So being able to do this changed the game for me completely. I do not ever have to be a slave to iCloud storage again, or to Apple, to where I have to upgrade my phone. So yeah, this thing is dope. It got 3 slots. It got a USB and XL SD and the mini micro SD slot. And it's the lightning cord. So this is for the older generations without the USB type C. But you can connect more than a camera. It's built for you to share, like to transfer from a camera to your phone, or to your phone to the camera. But you can do more with that. And then having 256 gigs, I'm good. And I can always just get another SD card, not iCloud, not a new iPhone. So I was really excited about that, and I feel like I had to share that because Apple been playing us for a long time. So with that said, just want to share my final thoughts of 2024, because 2025 is in a few days. And these last 2 months have been just so much uncertainty in certain, within uncertainty, there comes like anxiety and, some fear, not knowing what's going to happen. Thankfully, my faith was able to grow through connecting with my family, giving Jesus a chance to really fill my life, read the word, and consume it, just consume it as needed. And I'm starting to try to read it every single day, more than just the verse of the day on that Bible app. I've been actually intentionally reading, like I said, the Gospel of Luke. And so my faith and my love of Jesus has grown, and I look forward to getting closer. I look forward to finding a church that I can attend and find community. I need community. That's very important. Anything I learned this year is I need community, especially in Christ. I want to be around people who are believers, who got my best interests. The next thing I would say, my understanding of adversity and how necessary this time is for me. Prior to this, prior to my adversity, I was a little spoiled. I was spoiled. I had everything that I needed. I was spending money on conveniences. Not so much spoiled. I just had more money. I had more money that I could use more to spend on convenience. Uber Eats, Domino's, but I was working at Domino's, so I was getting free Domino's, and I was still spending a little bit on Domino's despite I was getting free shit. And what else? Haircuts, of course. Things, just, shit that, some shit to survive, some shit to stay afloat, and then just some stuff that I just didn't need spending on, like useless shit. So through this adversity, I learned how to cook. Now, I forgot about more first, but this year was my first time making my own pizza as well. First time cooking lasagna. First time cooking steak by myself. Those were my top 3 favorite dishes that I made this year, that for the first time, just to add that as an extra bonus. But through this adversity, I learned how to cook more. I always knew how to cook, but I was very limited on what I would cook. Not necessarily what I could cook, but what I would cook, what I would think of to eat. And then going through this, it just opened up a whole new world to me of living. And so everything just became so intentional about okay, I can't really spend my money on fast food, because I could, but it's not gonna take me very far. So I started thinking like that. I'm like, okay, groceries are going to carry me a lot further than this fast food. So if I want a burger, I make a great burger in the air fryer. Oh my God. I just bought some today at Aldi that I'm going to be cooking this week. Oh man. Can't wait. And so that cooking, the fixing of my car, the cutting of my hair, the shaving of my beard, the thrifting. I used to go to Goodwill with one of my exes, but I was living in a place where it was a lot, like the cost of living was super low. Where my hometown, Reading, Pennsylvania, and just that life of just a lot of more simple living instead of like out here in Atlanta. It's like night and day. And just like coming down here, you can get caught up in the glitz, the glamour, and the beauty, the lifestyle. And it's not hard. Like you get caught up in that quick, and then you realize, oh, I'm not balling. Oh, you know, there's a lot of people out here that don't got money. Like, the key to Atlanta is that them discount malls. You get your designer shit there, you look like somebody. I got a few things there. But just going through this adversity made me understand, like, it was necessary for me to learn these lessons where I just had to pull it back, tap in, understand money better, how I'm spending my money, budget better. I can't even say I budget that great because I just buy necessity stuff, but I mean, here and there, like for Christmas, I got Christmas cash, so I only bought that SD card reader and the SD card. That was it. The rest of that money is pretty much bill money or grocery money that's going to have to carry me right now. And I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for going through this. I'm thankful for the people that have supported me, which was mainly my family. I'm thankful for those who helped me through this, just being there for me, checking on me, like all my friends. Like, I love y'all. My family, I love y'all. So yeah, the adversity really, it just became harder towards the end of the year because of this and my mouth having to get oral surgery. That cost a lot of money that I really didn't have. My mom helped me out with that. My mom and dad. My mom and dad. I always say my mom, but they are a pack. So mom and dad helped me with my oral surgery. Then my sister's always been like looking out for me through this time. And then her coming through with her friend out here, where her mom was able to take me to my surgery for my wrist. My job, I'm not going to shit on my job completely because they actually looked out where I was able to get I was able to do my oral surgery and then get paid for one of the days that I needed off because I needed to recover from the surgery. I actually went back to work the day after my surgery, and I should have never done that. And then I'm like, is it possible I can get like borrow time for next year just so I can just recover? I should have never came in today. I'll let you know by the end of the day. Cool. By the end of the day, I found out I was able to take the day off, and I was good. And then for the rest, it was more of a risk where I had to ask for time, and I knew that it might be a long shot, so I took the chance, you know. I knew I wasn't going to be able to not take that chance because I need the money, and I was very much trying to go back by the end of the week, and they told me to go home, so here we are. There's more I would love to say right now, but I'm gonna wait on that. But it's just been harder in just that uncertainty and not knowing what's going to happen. I was telling my sister, I'm like, I just feel like I do not know what's going to happen next in my life. I feel very uncertain on a lot of things, but I am certain that there is a plan for me, declares the Lord. Jeremiah 29:11, baby. And I trust that good things are going to happen. You know, when you do experience major life shifts and adversity and big changes and trauma and all these things, there's always something coming after to balance your world. And I do believe something big is going to happen. I do believe something is going to God is going to bless me in a big way. So I'm holding on to faith. I'm trusting this process, trusting the journey, and knowing that this is just going to take time and just be patient. I feel like what I'm meant to do my purpose, my calling is becoming more clear, because I've gotten into like, I've fallen into these places of uncertainty 2 times in my life prior. But there was more cushion, more security in those falls, in those times. And they surrounded me losing a job. So back in, I don't remember the year, it was like somewhere in 2008, 2007, I experienced, I felt like it was racism. I was working for this Chinese dude and his family, and it was at his salad place in the mall. I was working with 2 other white girls. I was the only black person that worked in the whole restaurant. He had like owned like 2 other restaurants too, but the one I worked at, it was me and 2 white girls, and we got tips. So it was Christmas Eve or Christmas. It was somewhere around Christmas of like 2007, 2008. And he asked me about if I wanted like an advance on my pay to be able to go Christmas shopping. And I'm like, first I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm straight. And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I'll actually take like $50. So I got a $50 advance on my pay. And then he like the end of the day, for some reason, like $7 was missing from the register. And I'm just like, I ain't take nobody $7. Like, you asked me if I wanted an advance, I got $50 from you. I don't need $7. Like, duh. And being that I had tips, I'm like, just take it from my tips. It's okay. Like, if it's missing, you can take my tips. It's cool. Whatever. So he was like, no, you stole from me. He was like adamant that it was me that stole from him when there was 2 other people that was working that day. I'm just like, this motherfucker. I went in on him. I cussed him out real good. I was so mad. I cried on my way home on the bus because I wanted to fuck him up. I wanted to fight for real. And after that happened, it just made me feel so blah. It just felt so bad. Like, I was like, I didn't mind the job. It was easy. It was cool. You know, I was working 2 jobs then, and I think I was in school too. So it was just me trying to, like, you know, stay afloat. And I was living at home, so it was like, it was all good. But it's just someone that made me feel that way and just took that opportunity away from me for $7. Like, nobody took them $7. So that happened, and at that time, no real hard adversity, but it wasn't long after where I experienced needing a transfusion and iron infusion. I think it was 2007. So early 2007, the transfusion, iron infusion, all that stuff happened. Late 2007 is when I experienced that. So then 2000, I forgot what year. I think it was 06. It might have been, don't remember this other one, but this is when I got robbed. I was working at this grocery store. It was like not far from my where I live, where my parents live. And I walked my city like late at night so many times with friends, by myself. Like, I never felt endangered at all in my city. But that night changed everything for me and how I move. So I ended up getting robbed. They tried to rape me, and they thought I was a drug dealer. They thought I had money because I was dressed in all black. I had a black hoodie on with black cargo pants. I was coming from work. I didn't have no money on me. I just got the damn sidekick. And it just was crazy to me. I definitely experienced some trauma after that. My mom encouraged me because she didn't want me to turn into a victim, so she encouraged me to go back and try to basically, go back. I want you to be scared to live your life, this and that. I don't feel like I should have went back. I feel like I should have not went back. Sorry, didn't mean to hit that table. But she just encouraged and felt like I should just go back. It took about maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I think. A week or two, I forgot. But going back, I was trying to just warn all the girls, because I was in transition by then. Warned all the girls about just being safe or whatever. What happened? I already told my job what happened because I had to take off from work, and lo and behold, like not long after I went back, somehow $50 is missing from my drawer. Now, mind you, I was super stickler about my money, making sure the account was all there and this, that, and the third, and just being careful about that. But this literally, it was like 2008, I think, because it was right around Obama going into office. But I don't know, I was just so dumbfounded that money was missing from my drawer. They're gonna look at me like I stole it. They could have checked anything I had. I didn't have it. So that ended up getting me terminated. And those things happening at that time where the trauma happened, and not long after I got terminated. And it just really just makes me think now, like, I'm not saying I'm going to get terminated this job, but there's some things that are hindering me from being able to go back to just on light duty. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with my job is the issue, is what I'm saying. And at this point, because I'm so understanding more of God and understanding more of where my life has led me to, and I'm doing a lot more with my passion, which I feel is my gift from God, my God-given gift of writing, expression, music, all those things. And so I feel like I really need to take heed with that and just trust that it's gonna work out. Just really put in more effort, because I've been putting in effort. I'm working on my music project. I'm slowly but surely working on the script to edit it and get feedback. And then with this is something that I really would like to get monetized eventually. So with all that said, like, I'm super what am I trying to say? I really just feel like this time, this trauma, oral surgery, just the uncertainty, I need to lean into it with certainty of the things that I am doing, that I know I have control over, and really just be completely immersed. That's the word I'm looking for. Immersed into it. So that's where I feel like I'm gonna really hone in on this 2025, is just get completely and deeper with this gift of creativity, of expression, and see what I can do. I'm in a really big entertainment hub, and there's so much opportunity out here, and I just want to give it a fair chance. So that's the goal. And then shedding some toxic ways. I don't drink very often. Like when I drank on Christmas, it was a lot. My friend like gave me a half a cup, and now it was probably more like 8 ounces, but it was a bigger cup. But I had like a half a cup of like a solo cup of coquito, which is rum, and it's like a Spanish eggnog, and it just had me feeling so overwhelmed with the food. And so I just can't do that shit no more. I don't have no desire to feel that way at all. Like, I've been feeling so good without it that I don't need it. Some other things that I've been shedding are not watching certain adult content. I'll put it that way. I have not watched it in about almost a month, maybe a month, and I don't desire it. And I think it has a lot to do with me just getting deeper in my faith, because I feel like eyes are on me now even more so. And truthfully, I mean, I'm learning about God and understanding we're going to always fall short. And if we repent and just know that we're sinners and try to better ourselves and steer away from those flesh things, it'll get easier to resist. And it hasn't been hard to resist now, so. But some other toxic ways, I'm finding myself like trying not to cuss so much. I mean, it's a form of expression, but it's not necessary for everything, but it's a work in progress. When it comes to the cussing, it's going to be a work in progress. I don't think God is going to mind a little bit of colorful expression, but so yeah, those are like the 3 things I would say. My eating has been good most of this year. My health has been pretty good most of this year. My body has been good. I've been trying to get back on just track with certain things that I need, my nutrients and all that. But this is a long video, but I'm about to end it here. So I just want to say thank you. Happy New Year. I pray for everyone. I pray to God that everyone has a very successful, very healthy, very happy. And if it's not happy, and if it does become hard, I pray that you find your way through the adversity like I'm doing, and just embracing it, and you'll find a whole new just you in all of this, and knowing what you're made of, and your strength through this. It's not pleasant all the time, but it's not bad all the time either. You're just limited to what you can do that requires money. It doesn't necessarily take away your joy from maybe things that you naturally like to do without money, and just rediscover those things. So just if you do experience it, just know, like, come to my channel. Start from the beginning of where I was and look where I'm at now. It's harder, but it's more tolerable for me, because I know I'm getting closer to my breakthrough. I know I'm getting closer to the biggest blessing of my life, and God has been the biggest blessing thus far. So in Jesus' name I pray, amen. I thank you. Happy New Year. This has been a humble good time, the last one of 2024. Peace.